Hello and welcome to Love to Inspired Handmade with Christina. Today is January 31st, there you go, of 2025, and I am uber excited. I want to show you today how to create 5 bags / boxes with one sheet of DSP. That's right, one sheet of designer series paper. So the first one I'm going to show you, you're going to get to make this one and this one. And check out this cute little box right here. I'll have it backwards. See this little box? And then he opens right up. Ah, right, I know. This tiny little cute bag and this little cute bag. So cute, right? I love it. I'm uber excited to show you how to create these today, and I'm going to be using the mixed media floral, I think it's called mixed media floral pattern paper. As soon as I turn the camera down, I will show you the pretty prints that we have, and then we will get started creating. Before I go any further though, make sure you subscribe to my channel and ring that bell so you never miss a video from me each week. I show up Fridays at 4 p.m. and you can just put that on your little calendar so that you can come and get some creative inspirations flowing for yourself. And as always, there's a link in the descriptions where you can go to my blog and you can find the measurements to the projects we do today and all the other ones that I have done in the past. So before we go any further, let's roll this camera right down. Bum-ba-da. There we go. Oh gosh, I love it. I'm gonna actually scoot. Let me go this way. There you go. So now you can see all the things in my beautiful little stand here. Hey, whatever works, right? So before we get started, I'm going to show you this. This is Mixed Media Florals. It's 12 by 12 print, and it's got beautiful sides to it. See that? I love it. And then there's this one, and you flip it over, and you have that. Then we have this one, and then it's got the pretty little stripes to it. I love, it's almost like, I think maybe the petal pink color. It's super pretty. And then we have this print, and then when you flip it over, it's got the little black and white checkers. So I'm really digging the checker print part, very much so. So the little boxes and bags that I showed you a while ago, each one of these is the other side of the print we're going to be using. So I've already cut and scored our sheet of 12 by 12 paper, and so each time I pick one up and we go over how to create it, I will show you the bag and give you a brief description with the measurements and stuff, and then we'll just carry on because hello, we have 5 of these cute little things to put together. So let me set these right up here on the side so they are easy to grab, and then we will get started. Okay, so on the first one, like I said, it's a 12 by 8 12 by 12 sheet of paper, and what you're going to do first is you're going to take it, and I'm going to turn this just a smidge for you. We're going to take it, and the first piece you're just going to cut it at 8 by 12. So that's going to give you these and this right here. Now with the 8 by 12 piece, you're going to cut it one piece by 3 and 1/8. The next piece will be 4 by 8, and then the next and this piece will be a 5 by 8. And then you scoot that little baby to the side. We move him up here till we get started. And then this bottom piece that was the 4 by 12, this piece is 3 by 4, and then you're going to have this final one as a 9 by 4. Okay, so we're going to start our very first bag with the 3 by 4, and so let's get started with him. Now when I scored the 3 by 4 piece, scoring it long ways, I'm going to turn it that way, there you go. Scoring it long ways, you're going to do 1 5/8 and 2 3/8, and then you'll turn the little guy and you'll score him at 3/4 and 2 1/4. Now this little piece is going to be creating this guy right here. If you can see, he is pretty tiny. It's perfect for, you know, if you're just wanting to do something at a place, doing a placemat thing, you can put somebody's initials on it, put a little tag in it. Even if you have a little trinket or something, it works perfect for this. Or, you know, just whatever your little imagination brings together. Now when I create this one, I'm going to use this side of the print so you can see what it looks like both ways. So first I'm going to just take it and I'm going to fold down all the score lines just like so. And then take your scissors and you're going to snip right in the center where the little flap goes. And when I do that, I'm going to just do a little slant notch. I'm going to cut just a little bit out on each side. This allows, when you're folding any box or bag together, it kind of takes the bulk away and it'll fold down. It allows you to fold it in evenly. So let me do that real fast. Now I'm going to be using my multi-purpose glue for each one of these. If you have the strong adhesive, that works great too. I'm going to move my glue right over here because I'm going to be grabbing that little guy quite a bit. So I'm going to put these two little flaps in, and I'm just going to add a little bit of glue to each one of these. Well, that came out a little bit more than I wanted. And I'm just going to take one side of it and fold it upward to pinch the flaps together. Just so like that. Make sure that it's sitting evenly. And so that's what you have so far. And then you're going to just put a little bit of adhesive on both inner pieces of this, and then we're going to fold it up. A little bit goes a long way when you're using this glue. So if you are familiar with it, you know what I'm talking about. If you're not super familiar with it, just put a little bit, because this glue is actually kind of sticky too. So when you get it on there, oh my goodness, it is like you're just sitting there rubbing your fingers nonstop. Okay, so now that you have your little bag together, isn't that cute? Just pinch in like that, just a little bit. And I have these little miniature clothespins sitting beside me. And if you have some of the little fancy little pins, well, that one just fell apart. Paper clips and stuff, they work really well for this too. Or if you even want to put, you can put a little glue dot inside there, or use some kind of light Velcro or something, one of the smaller ones. So that's our first one. So now we have two of those. And then the next one, I'm gonna move that out of the way. The next one we're going to do is the 3x8 piece. So that's this very first top one that I cut a while ago. So we're going to take it. Now when I scored the 3x8, I did it at 3.5, 4.5, and then I turned it and I scored it at 1 and 2. And this one is going to actually be creating this little guy right here. Isn't that cute? I love it. And then you have the little top, how it's put together. So this one is really good if you want to put like some M&Ms or Skittles or some kind of little candies like that in there. It makes perfect for that. So again, let's go ahead and fold these little pieces together just like so. Now I'm putting these together today to show you, but I am not going to add the little flowers and like dress them up or anything. You can kind of see just a little example of how you can dress them up. That's kind of an endless thing for you to do. I'm going to do the same thing with my little flaps here. I'm going to just trim, whoops, got a little piece of that other side. I'm going to just trim that up just enough. And it's not important if they, oh, I did it again, sculptor. It's not important if they're not like completely even or anything, because you really don't, I mean, I try to do it as best as I can, but that's kind of what I'm going for with it. So same thing, I'm gonna fold these little flaps in and I'm gonna add just a little adhesive, and we're gonna attach one side and then we're gonna do the other. So let me set it down and then I just fold the little flap up. Oh no, I'm doing it on the wrong side, guys. I wasn't even paying attention. Can I fix it? Let's see if I can get this off. Again, I just got through saying the glue is uber sticky. I can't believe I did that. Oh goodness. Let's see. We're gonna make this work. Just be careful with the wet glue so it has time to dry on the inside. See? No issues. We will fix this up. So I'm gonna stand this one up now that my fingers are gonna be good and sticky for you. And then, so that's how you have your flap. And now we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna put some adhesive on both sides of this and then just fold it up, okay? So let's see if I can, I can't believe I did that backwards. It's fine though, right? We'll just have two of the same. No big deal. So cute, I love it. So I'm gonna stick my finger in there and just kind of press to make sure that it, you know, seals up quite nicely. Now once you do that, set it down and you're gonna pinch it, but you're gonna do it both ways. So on the first time around, I'm gonna just kind of put it in like that and give it a good little pinch, and then turn it. I'm gonna put these back out and give it another good little pinch. Now what that does is allows it to kind of fold in like this to kind of give that little butterfly feel like that. Cute. And then you just get you another little pin, clothespin. These little miniature guys, I want to say I even got these in the craft section, maybe at Walmart, but any of your craft stores I'm sure would have the same thing. So that's the next one, bag number 2. All right, so the next piece is going to be our 3x8 piece. No, I'm sorry, we just did the 3x8. The next one will be our 4x8. So that's going to be the second one from the top that I did. And when I scored it, I go from 1 inch to 3.5 to 4.5 to 7. And then I'm going to turn it and score it at 1 and 3. So this is going to be creating this cute little box here that I showed you a while ago. All right, so this is the next one we're doing. Now first I want to go ahead, let's move that. Fold all of your little score lines, get them little good and flexible. This also helps you be able to see the places that you need to trim, because sometimes, you know, depending on the paper, it's really hard to put them things together, or even see them for that matter. So with this one, I'm going to just cut right here first. I'm gonna do this one and I'm just gonna snip him, turn him around, and I'm gonna do this next one. Snip that, just like so. Okay, now you've got this part of your box ready. Now over here on the far end, you're gonna snip on both sides of here. You're gonna go on both sides all the way up to the score line. That little 1 inch square, you're just gonna do it on one side and then flip it around and do it again. Okay, so now we're going to fold this little guy up like this, and we're going to take these little pieces and attach them, because what we're doing on all these little corners here is going to create the bottom. Flip it over, Christina. I almost did it. So we're going to create the bottom of the box. So I'm going to do these two little sides first, like this. You just fold it up and attach it just like so. And then I'm going to do this side the same way. This is probably one of the simplest little boxes. You seal that one, and then you know what I didn't do? I didn't trim the final 4 little slits. So I'm going to show you what happens. Maybe. Sometimes it has a little lip on it right there when you don't trim this, like give that little wedge. So that's where the wedge makes the box a little bit easier to put together. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that real fast over here before we do the lid. Okay, now with the lid, you're just taking these 2 little flaps and you're gonna fold them over. Do this one, put a little bit of glue on this one, and then just fold it in, just like so. And using designer paper to create a box, you know what else it does? It gives a pretty inside to your little box, right? So when they open it up, it not only has a pretty outside, it also has a pretty inside. So then your little box goes together like that. Now, if you have an inch punch, a little inch circle punch like this one, now this one's retired, sorry guys, but this works well for this, or if you maybe even have a die, you can put your little die on here, because I'm just going to give a little bitty slip right here, just so that you kind of have a way to lift your box and you know that that's the front. So one more time, let me show you the 2 little boxes. And there's that. Cuteness overload, I know. I can't. All right, so the next one, we have the 5x8, and that's gonna be this final top one up here that I had trimmed up. Now the 5x8 is gonna be scored at 1, at 3 1/4, 4 1/4, 7 1/2, no, sorry, scratch that. 1, 3 1/4, 4 1/4, and 7, not 7 1/2. And then you'll just turn it, and then this one's going to be scored at 1 and again at 4. So let's go ahead. Did I even score the other side? I didn't. Thankfully, I didn't put my paper trimmer up, so I didn't turn it when I scored this for you guys. So I'm gonna slide this in here real fast, and we're gonna score it at 1, and then slide him over, and I'm gonna score him again at 4. All right, moving on. Okay, so now what we're doing is the bag. Oh, I wasn't supposed to score it. What was I doing? I don't know. We may have messed this up. We are going to keep going and see what happens, okay? All right, so let's fold all of our score lines. Let's see what we're going to create here. Dun, da, da. Oh no, I think we're making this one. That's the one we're making right there. Didn't mess up. Carrying on. There's so many bags, I just kind of got confused, right? I'm trying to be organized for you, but you know, it happens sometimes. All right, so I'm gonna flip him over so that you can see what I'm doing. And we're going to do what I've before. I'm going to go ahead and trim the bottom of my little bag. Now this one, when I found him, kind of gave me a little bit of trouble. I had to kind of switch up my measurements a little bit, but I was able to get it together okay. So let me see when I recreated if this is going to be what we're doing. Ta-da. It is not. See, I didn't switch it up still. I thought I did. I didn't. I changed the wrong thing again. So I'm going to come back to that one for you in just a second. We're going to come to this one, and this one's going to be, because this is the box I made, but I had to alter it, and I don't know that I updated my alterations on the measurements, so forgive me for that. I will fix that one for you. But to move along, and I'm not keeping you too terribly long, this 9x4 is the next one, and you score it at 3 1/4, 4 1/4, 7 1/2, and 8 1/2, and then you're just going to turn it one time and score it right here. This is the bag that you would be creating for that right here. So let me go ahead and move him down, and this one is one of the simplest little bags. I have created this one several times, this size actually. Now on this bag, when you fold it, one of the little score places, you're going to just snip him off completely, just like so. Okay, just like that, and that. Come over here. I'm going to snip these. This is our last little bag, minus the one that I'm going to fix for y'all. Hey, it happens, right? It happens to the best of us. Not going to sweat it. Put some little adhesive right here. Fold him over, just like so. Open him up, and now you see the bottom of the bag. You're just going to fold these little flaps in just like so. Now I can't get my glue to come out. Okay, and then just lay that flap down, and then just like on the other ones, just kind of pinch it just a little bit here. And then you can add your little mini clothespin, and ta-da! So as of right now, we have the 4 bags and boxes. There's our 2 little boxes, our 2 little miniature bags, and then this little guy that we have created so far. This one is the mystery one. And I will get those measurements fixed back up. So when I trimmed it, when I scored it, I scored my measurements wrong here. So basically, when I'm trying to put it together for you in the video, if you fold it, look what I did. It doesn't line up with each other. So when I get back in and onto my blog, you will find the correct measurement to it for this one, but you can see that all these are already correct and ready to go for you. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, and yeah, try recreating these. It's super fun, super creative, and you get just little fun designs that you can do with it. These little flowers were used with the petal part punch die. So super fun, and until next week, y'all be fabulous and keep on creating and sending them smiles for miles. And I will be back February 7th at 2025, in 2025, to show you something fun. So thanks for stopping by and watching, and I will talk again soon.